Alright guys, Honey Hefe here. It's March 21st, it's Friday, 2025. It's about 5 o'clock, 4:30, 5 o'clock, I can't quite remember. So this is the Balderas Apiary, the new and improved location. Got a nice tree line right here. They're not facing the tree line, look. They're coming out to this open field. The owner's got chickens all the way over there. He owns all this stuff over here. It's just a great location. Not as close to the gardens and stuff that he had, which I liked a lot, but I started getting uncomfortable having the bees right there when they started expanding the garden. I knew it was going to kind of be a problem. I think the owner was being hopeful that it wouldn't be, but and all the workers were like, no, it's fine. But there was one guy that came forward. He's actually a pretty good friend now. His name's Luke. He said, hey, we need to move them. They're stinging. And I agree. And unfortunately, we just haven't been this. But these are going to be requeened eventually with Caucasian queens. They'll be a little bit calmer, but still, it's a better location. And I don't have to. I can just drive up here at any time now, which makes it easier for everybody. So today, what I just did, this is part 2, and this will be my recap. Just moved these guys yesterday. These guys on the pallets here. We're going through this syrup pretty quicker than these guys. So I don't know. I mean, I'm hoping that they're both. Usually when I'm giving them, hopefully they're both healthy. But so these are my 2 hives. I got see 1 box, 2, 3 boxes out here. Fill these guys up. Let me show you. I got my Pro Nuke. I got an extra top over there. I was going to show you something. For those of you who haven't seen it, but these are the Pro Nukes. They're not bad. I put that board on there to add some weight, a little bit of weight. I'll probably put one of those boxes on top of there to spread that weight all the way across, because the wind has been blowing quite a lot. But I also added the tops, or that board there, for shade. Give a little bit of shade. These things get hot. They're sitting directly in the sun. They're plastic. Not a huge fan of that. Anyway, so like I mentioned before, these holes here, you see those slits, they are made for like the Powerade or the Gatorade sized bottles with a larger mouth. And you basically you gotta cut your own slits in there. And there's a space between here and the Pro Nuke, and the bees can crawl up in there and they can get their own fluid or feed or whatever you're giving them. The one in the back is a little bit smaller hole, as you can tell. And it fits these bottles here. Alright, good, that's empty. Alright, so this is not a homogeneous mixture here of syrup, Man Lake syrup, and water. I filled the bottles up about 40-50% of just water, and then poured the Man Lake syrup in there, make it about a 50-50 split, give or take 10%. Guys, I really don't know. I don't have a beaker or anything like that. I don't have a graduated cylinder. I just eyeballed it. And yes, it's not homogeneous, but I believe the bees will take it down. It will, if it's a stronger concentration when they first grab it, they'll put it where they want it. And as the concentration gets less and less and more water, since you see the water's on top, the syrup's on the bottom, they'll put that water where they want it. And all the stuff in between, they'll put it where they want it so they can use it. I'm not going to worry about it that much. I didn't realize when I first started doing this that it's not very easy to mix these things together. But you can spend a lot of time trying to make everything perfect. Need to be a good, you know what that is. All right, so these are my W clips here. Let me take that off here. And so what I had planned to do was taking this board out right here, here, let me back this camera up a little bit. Not much there. And replacing it here. And these clips will fit here. This little spot, you see how it's cut in the groove there, dadoed. So Tracy showed me, you know, he showed me, but he also did it for me. This kind of guy he is. But what that will do is it will eliminate the gap that you see underneath the boxes here on the pallets. The boxes will sit flush all the way around. So my problem is when I brought my drill out here, or my screwdrivers, I didn't have the right bit. So I brought a handful of bits. Yeah, still didn't have it. But it wouldn't take much time just to take all those out, take this board out and put these back in. And then I think I'll be more confident with these pallets again. I think having them not flush gave more challenges for the bees than they needed to be. Or they needed to have. I know I don't make sense when I talk. That's why I like doing videos without not talking. Let me see. Let me do this. I'll add a little bit of weight across all that. Not a ton of weight. I don't need to have a ton. There we go, guys. I like watching these things. I'm just kind of sitting here watching it, just like you're watching it if you're watching it. But it's Honey Hefe. Look me up online. The website's in progress. You can find me on Facebook too. It's Honey Hefe. That's Honey with a J. That's a Jeff with one F between two E's. And this is my office.